Okay, so this is what I use. Okay, so this is what's going in my grits. Some water, salt, pepper, butter, the grits, and some cheese. No sugar. If you like sugar in your grits, you do that. But I don't put sugar in my grits. Okay, so what I do is I take my water. I use 4 to 1. 4 cups of water to 1 cup of grits. I add in some salt. And I cover it and I let it come to a boil. Okay, so it come to a simmer, sort of a boil. So what I do is, for someone who's just learning, I suggest you use a whisk. And
I'll save y'all the scraping sound. You're gonna pour your grits in as you're whisking to get it going so that it doesn't stick or clump up. I would definitely cook this grits. If you're not used to cooking grits, cook it on a low flame. And just keep checking it. Have you a pot of hot water to the side so that if you have to add a little bit more water.
okay. Okay, so what I do now is I add in my butter because it's gotten thick. It's cooking well. It's cooked down well how I want it. Let's see. And as it simmers some more, it's going to thicken up even more. So I'm going to add in my butter. You can add in as much or as little butter as you like. It's up to you. I know some people add in butter now and later. I add in all my butter and my cheese here so that when I add it to my plate, it's already melted and everything. You don't necessarily have to put butter on top. You can if you want. For the sake of the video, I probably will put some on top afterwards if I remember. But you don't have to. Okay, so you just let that go. See how it's popping? You don't let that go.
Okay, so now that I've tasted my grits, I've readjusted the seasoning and I added a little more butter. And now it is getting thick to the point where I'm going to add my cheese. I normally do cheddar or American. You can use whatever kind of cheese you like. It's totally up to you, how little or how much you want.
Okay, for my salmon croquettes, I used a can of salmon, cornmeal, 1 egg, and an onion. You can use flour if you want. I just prefer the texture from cornmeal. I don't use a whole lot. So, okay, so I drain mine, and then I put it in a separate plate, and then I check for the bones. Some people just cook it with the bones in it. I do not. I take the bones out. And I leave the can nearby so that I can put the bones are soft, but I just, you know. And I pull the skin off as well. Some people do not, but I do. I mean, I get every piece of skin off, but if my voice sounds funny, I don't know. My throat is just going through something today. I've been having a few issues recently. So, excuse my voice. This isn't something I eat very often. I have to have a taste for it. I know some people eat it all the time. I haven't eaten it since I was pregnant with Junior, and Junior just turned 10, so that tells you that. I know people are gonna be like, you wasting it. No, I don't like all that slimy part on there. I have to pull that off. I have to get in there and make sure I'm getting those bones. I'll tell you, if you miss a few bones, you're not gonna really notice it, because like I said, the bones are so soft from being in that, you know. It's not like when you fry fish and you get a bone and it choke you. It's not like that. And I like to go through it and check it. That's just me. I know some people are gonna be like, oh my God. Alright, so. Okay, so I've cut up my onion in there, and I'm just gonna break it up with a fork. You're not gonna get a whole lot of them out of a can. So I take about a tablespoon of cornmeal at a time to see, you know. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my egg. You know, it's just going to depend on the texture you like and how well you drained your salmon. I don't like to leave a lot of liquid in the salmon just because I like for them to get crispy. Okay, so I added about another tablespoon, and that's all I'm going to add. Okay. Add some black pepper. Even salt. I don't really add much salt to these because you're not going to need a whole lot of salt. So, the way I do it is I just take quite a bit. And I just, you know, I like mine kind of small. I don't like, them too big. And as long as they come together, that's good enough for me, okay? Okay, so what I do is I got some cheese in there that I had to scrape out. I take my pan and I just put just a little bit of oil in there. The pan is already on. So this is on about medium, and I'm gonna let that heat up, and then I'll come back. So now I'm just gonna add in my And by the way, the fish is already cooked, so you're not really trying to cook the fish. What you're just trying to do is heat through and get a crispy exterior. And you have to drain it really well to get a good crispy outside, okay? So that's how many I got out of this one can without using a whole lot of filler. I got 7. And that's more than I'm going to eat anyway, so I might eat some, but I might eat 2 of these and a little bit of grits, and that'll be it. And that's why I don't cook them that often, because I don't eat it much. I just have a taste for it, and I get a little bit, and I'm good. Probably for the next 10 years. Okay, so I'm just turning them over. About 5 minutes on each side, and you're good to go. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Okay, so here's my grits. I'm just gonna eat a little bit. I thought I was hungrier than now I don't really feel that hungry. And you can just put a little bit of butter on top if you want. If you're someone who doesn't really like onion, you don't have to put the onion in there. You could put onion powder or whatever. I do like black pepper in my grits. So I'm going to show you what the inside of the salmon croquette looks like. Let me get a picture first. All right, so here we go. See? See what the inside looks like. You could put other vegetables in there. I just like to keep it simple. I did not eat mine with hot sauce, so. And then, of course, you do the so that is it. I hope that each and every one of you are well. I hope that y'all like this video. If you didn't, I'm sure you will let me know. So thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.